Hi, this is Tim and we are back with another video. And this time we have 3 booking tips for travel involving timing, strategy, and finding deals. First comes the timing. As we all know, Black Friday has the best deals and the best months for booking will always be at the start of the year. We're talking January, February, and March. And you definitely do want to plan well before the deals. And showcasing this, we have the following news clip that have more information about deals on Black Friday.
First, know the dates that you can potentially travel before the deal goes live. Once the deals are released, act fast, do not wait.
Right. Tip 2 is our strategy for our upcoming Singapore trip utilizing travel points. We accumulated 162,000 travel points, saving 95%, paying $300 between the two of us for business class seats. And these were the 2 cards that we decided to get. So we got Venture X. The sign-up bonus was 75,000 bonus miles, which is pretty awesome. Annual fee of $395, and the travel credit of $300 really helps to set off the annual fee itself. And 10 times on the hotel, and then 10 times on the rental car for the bonus rewards. Really can't beat that. That's pretty awesome. And if you spend $4,000 in 3 months, that's when you get that sweet 75,000 bonus points. Now, as far as Chase Sapphire, that's about the same lines. You get 60,000 when you spend 4,000 in 3 months. Annual fee is a whole lot lower at $95, and you also get a hotel credit of $50, which does pretty good, offsetting that $95. You also get 5 times on hotels, but what I like more about this card is that 3 times on dining. My personal favorite of the 2 is Venture X because you get a lot more rewards for what you purchase. But the Sapphire, like I said, I'm going to use that for dining after I've gotten my bonus points. We chose to book flights at the beginning of the year because that is also known as a dead zone, January, February, and March. You can get up to a 60% discount. Just avoid major holidays like Valentine's Day and Super Bowl. And if you're going into March, also avoid spring break. Now, we did early research into flights 3 to 10 months in advance. And that's mainly to get an idea of the travel dates we will want to do. So that's what you all also should do. Also to be flexible and also look to have early access to Black Friday deals. So you got to be aware of that. Now, we purchased during the Black Friday week, not necessarily on Black Friday, so we could get ahead of the curve. And we were able to get business class seats for a particular airline and avoided being on the wait list, or also avoided missing our deadline altogether. To research our international booking, we use YouTube to decide what airline would have the business class seats that we wanted. Now, once we found an airline, in this case we chose Singapore Airline, is that we currently account with them called Chris. So it's called Singapore Chris. And then once we did that, we also had to make sure that they're a partnership with Star Alliance. So whatever airline you choose, make sure they're part of Star Alliance, which is where all the credit card points will be transferring to. Now, once that Chris account has been created, we search flights to see how many points were needed to reach our destination. And here we're going to be doing comparisons and then transfer points between 2 affiliated airlines. And we got Air Canada's Aeroplan, and then we got Singapore's Chris. And we looked up both flights on both sides, Chris and Aeroplan, and we compared the same flights. And what we did look for is that they both had 100% business class and not mixed cabin. That is very important. And we also learned that when looking through these, you'll see that Aeroplan is a lot cheaper than Singapore's Chris. So once we matched the flights, we transfer the points from our credit cards to Aeroplan, and then we booked through Air Canada's Aeroplan for our trip.
Hi, this is Alyssa. I'll be going over more of the transferring of points process. So before transferring, try to have a little more than the total of points required if buying more than one ticket, just because during the time of purchase with the points, as far as Aeroplan is concerned, they have different tiers of amount of points that can be applied to the purchase. For example, 140,000 points is one tier and the next is 175,000. The more you're able to cover the tickets with points, the less out of pocket. So for example, if tickets were 87,500 and you're buying 2 tickets, that would equate to a total of about 175,000 transfer points. Having a little more extra in the points bank, such as 185,000 or 195,000, will most likely give you less out of pocket for any taxes and fees added on. This is what we found out during our experience. If we knew the tiers, it would have helped in determining how much more we would have needed to accumulate. Transferring points is pretty easy. Here we're using VentureX as an example. After logging in, go to the Convert Rewards option, click on it, then choose the transfer partner you'll be transferring it to. And in our case, we are using Aeroplane. Then key in the total amounts of points transferring in increments of 1,000 and click Complete Transfer. With VentureX, the points should transfer immediately. Regarding finding deals, it definitely wasn't an easy task. It took several hours of our commitment to pinpoint the right hub to fly out of that would have the right flight we needed. We live in San Antonio and the airport here is really small, so that's why we decided to fly to New York and fly out of New York through the New Jersey airport. YouTube was a major resource for us because there are tons of content creators that know the secrets of traveling for cheap and know the hacks regarding transferring points utilizing credit cards. And our friends and families are another great resource because they can share their personal experience with using points and how they were able to save and how much. And next, Google was our next best friend in our research in making sure we were picking the right airplane that would have the business class seats we were after. Lastly, airline's personal website gave us insight on how much prices were behaving in the months we were deciding when to fly. The website was able to give us weeks and a couple of months forecast, which helped us tremendously.